have three members of the CHC that have been accompanied by three of their constituencies. First, let me introduce member from California, Congressman Luke Correa.
Thank you, Chairman Espaillat. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
Look behind me, that beautiful Capitol, sign of democracy. Last night we had the State of the Union where President Trump essentially laid out his vision for the country. I'm from California, the fifth largest economy in the world, a very diverse, heavy immigrant economy. Immigrants are part of the American dream, part of the American miracle, greatest economy ever. And what I want to do today is to talk about something that President Trump didn't really touch on at all, which is the contribution of immigrants to our great nation. So seeing is believing, and today I have with me essentially a dreamer, a person who came to this country undocumented, 4 years old, didn't know he was not documented till he was in high school. President Reagan, through adjustment of status legislation, gave him the opportunity to earn the American dream. Today, that's Robert Rodriguez, police chief of Santa Ana, City of Santa Ana PD. Robert Rodriguez, step on up and tell them what the American dream is all about. Senor.
Thank you, Congressman. Good evening or good morning, everyone. I stand here before you today as a testament, as a former undocumented person who persevered, worked hard, and earned citizenship for 6 years in the Marine Corps service and deployed overseas, eventually becoming a police officer rising through the ranks. I am a demonstration that immigrants do contribute to society, to our culture, not only to our economy. I stand here before you, but this is just my story, and there are many stories like mine. Thank you.
Chief of Police here, Chief Rodriguez, is a little bit too humble. With a green card, Marine Corps 6 years, 2 wars, Iraq, Somalia, came back, 30 years a police officer, now is a police chief. Essentially summing it up, this is what immigrants bring to the table. They contribute to America and are part of American fabric and culture. Chief Rodriguez, muchas gracias. Thank you for being here today. Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Lou. And now we're going to hear from someone that's been new in Capitol Hill, but has been doing a fantastic job from Washington State, Congresswoman Emily Randall.
Thank you so much. As we watched last night, President Trump's address to our country, I was watching and listening for him to talk about the real impacts on our neighbors in my corner of the country, in Washington 6th, and all across our nation. Because what I am hearing from our neighbors is fear about losing their health care, fear about their children being able to get the care that they need to survive. Children like my sister, my Latino family, my father who served in the Army and then worked as a civilian for the Department of Defense, had good insurance. He worked hard to provide for his family. But when my sister was born with complex disabilities, his insurance wouldn't cover everything she needed to survive. And so we relied on Medicaid. 1 in every 5 Americans relies on Medicaid, including immigrants and Latino neighbors in my district. Folks who are working hard to build a better life for their children and their grandchildren, to contribute to our communities and our economy. Medicaid is a healthcare safety net that ensures that just because your healthcare needs are higher than someone else's does not mean that you are forced to die. And that's what caps on Medicaid for patients will do for our community, saying your life is only worth this much. At 1 in every 2 births in the United States is paid for by Medicaid, and I'm proud to be joined by Ashley Jones, who's a midwife in our district, who owns a birthing practice and serves Medicaid and TRICARE patients, folks who are relying on a safety net, folks who are serving our country. And have better outcomes and lower cesarean rates and lower maternal mortality rates. So the loss of those contracts is huge for our population, and will only go on to greatly impact these people and birthing families in a negative direction. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank both Congresswoman Emily Randolph and Congressman Luke Correa and their guests for being here last night and stayed over to share their views and their stories with the rest of our caucus and the country. Any questions? Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.